This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Mezco 112 Collective Cable. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure comes in a distressed looking 112 box with the X-Men logo at the center. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images and panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Cable out of the box. And man, this is one impressive action figure. Cable has been one of my most anticipated, and this guy does not disappoint. The amount of detail that we get, really awesome accessories, and a really good light up feature make for one badass piece. But before we take a closer look at the actual figure, let's take a closer look at his accessories. So Cable does come with a good amount of accessories. Starting off, we get 2 interchangeable head sculpts, 2 large rifles, 8 interchangeable hands, a pistol, a knife, and 2 cartridges for one of the rifles. And lastly, we also get 3 button cell batteries and a circular base stand with the X-Men logo printed at top. We also get a clear articulated arm that articulates at 4 points with the clip. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Cable. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Cable here. Now man, this has been one of my most anticipated figures of the year. As I am a giant Cable fan, he's one of my favorite Marvel characters, and I'm super stoked that we got him in the Mezco 112 Collective line. So he just looks awesome, dude. The armor came out so nice. I love this. You got the X logo right there. All the scratches and dents and like dirt and like blast markings and things like that. You can see there's a little bit of silver dry brushing in there. All looks super good. The glove right here came out very nice. You see the silver paint on the knuckles and the fingers. All that looks awesome, man. All kinds of pouches, which of course Cable has to have because he's straight up one of those 90s characters. Thank you, Rob Liefeld. I just love this, man. It looks so freaking good. Soft, good pants. The boots, again, look insane. All that detail, scratches and things like that. The paint looks incredible on this guy. I absolutely love this. You can see all the detail on there. The tread on the feet look really good. The back of the boots look awesome. You see like there's some like dirt markings and things like that. Man, this looks good. Some Cable booty. The back of that looks so good, man. Oh my god, I've been loving just looking at this guy. I'm super stoked to get, like, I really am super stoked to get this, as I just love Cable and I love Mezco, and I'm really glad we got this, man. The metal arm looks awesome. That silver looks great. You can see this like robotic veins, which is pretty crazy. You know, look at that, dude. The hand looks real good. Yeah, man, really digging all of this a lot. So he just looks so nice, man. I love this. Definitely a great looking figure. So glad we finally have Cable in this line. Okay, now let's discuss his accessories. So of course we get the Mezco stand, which is really good. And I love how it's an X-Men logo, but it's like scratched up and it's seen some battle damage. That's like perfect for Cable, so I love that. And then we get the clear articulated arm that we get with all of the figures. We do get a bunch of interchangeable hands, so right now I have the 2 trigger finger hands for both sides like that. But we get things like open palm hands. You know, we got closed fisted hands. Excuse me, I just totally dropped that. Closed fisted hands. I am totally dropping these. Closed fisted hands, you know, standard, more regular gripping hands and stuff like that. So those are really cool. But then we get 2 interchangeable heads. So we got the standard head right here, which looks really good. I love the way that looks, very stern. I love the one like yellowed out eye. That's really cool. And then the scar over the other eye looks fantastic. The hair, all that looks awesome, man. Then we do get a second head, which is definitely more angry. Looks really good too. The brow, he looks pissed. I do think the teeth look a little weird. He kind of looks a little doofy with that, but I think definitely the more standard head sculpt is going to be for me, but they both look fairly good. Now we also do get what you gotta have for Cable is BFGs, man. Big freaking guns. This thing is dope. Look at this thing. The sculpt is, again, very futuristic, very 90s design, you know, and just how that is. It looks super good. I love this look. The paint is awesome. You got a little brown and yellows, a clear green right there, which is really dope. That looks super awesome. This is just like perfect for a Cable figure. And what's really cool, we actually do get these cartridges that have a charge. We get 2 of those, and you can actually remove those in there. I think that's super duper awesome. But we also do get a second BFG because it's Cable, and he loves big frickin' guns, man. I love this thing. Again, nice gunmetal, silver dry brushing, the orange stripes and all that look really good. The barrels in there. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is dope, man. So big and massive. I love this so much. And you can actually see how the barrels do actually rotate in there. I think that's pretty awesome. It's kind of hard to get in there, and I was kind of trying to play with it to see if this is able to pop off and you could take out that barrel in there. I don't think you can, so there is a way. Let me know in the comments. But still, I love the fact that you can rotate that. I think it's super cool. This is just rad, dude. Now it's a little tricky. He can hold the guns fairly well. You know, holding them extended straight out, they're gonna kind of droop a little bit. So what you want to do is you kind of want to tuck it into his side like that, so you get a little counterweight on the ends. So like same thing with this one. Like we'll pop this one in on this hand, like so, like that, and then you kind of want to just tuck it a little bit in the armpit kind of thing, like that, and boom, he'll hold those things. I mean, that's dope, bro. I mean, that is a Cable figure I've always wanted. That is so freaking dope, man. I love that. So his accessories are just so awesome. That's all you need, man. Really, really cool stuff. But we also do get, you can see this small little pistol right here. That is not part of the sculpt. You can actually take that out and use that in his hands too, which is really cool. So I love that, like so. So you get a nice little pistol, works perfectly. And then you do get a knife on this side right here. You take that out. That is actually really tight in there. So let me get, there we go. So you can pop that out. And you can use this with the trigger finger hand for right now. So that's pretty cool too. I love that. I love the fact that we get so many weapons. I mean, that's what he needs, man. A bunch of combat stuff, because that is definitely the type of Cable that I want, who's just a freaking psychopath badass. That's really, really what this is. So one thing I wanted to show off is him with the Marvel Legends Cable, which is definitely a more old school 90s era Cable. Now, some people were kind of wondering if this head sculpt can fit on the Mezco figure. If you pop this off, it's kind of tight on there. Let me get that off like so. And then you want to pop this head off. You can put it on there. It doesn't pop on perfectly, but as you can tell, it's way too big for this figure. The Marvel Legends Cable is pretty huge, so that just does not work. So if you want to try putting the Mezco head on that's not gonna happen. So yeah, you can't do that. I kind of wish you could. That would have been kind of cool, because I like the glowing burst effect right there. I think it's pretty awesome. But still, it's not gonna happen, because the size is just too very, very different. Okay, so one of the features of this figure is an LED lighting, which is pretty dope. So what you do is you turn it around, and this whole paneling right here, you can actually slide this right off. This just comes out, slides right off, and you can see a little switch in there. You put the little batteries in there, just take a little screwdriver, unscrew that, put the 3 batteries in. There's a little on and off switch, slip that on, and you can see how the back already lights up. Put that right back on like so, and then you turn it around, and then you can see his chest X glowing, the little side lights glowing right here, and even his eyes. So if we turn off some lights, you can see how well that glows. Again, from the chest to the eye, all looks really good. I love that, man. I really, really love that. Even in the back with the lights off, looks so good. The glow is just perfect dim. It's not super duper bright. I love this, dude. I really freaking do. This is such a great Cable figure. I love the fact that they added the LED lights. All right, now let's run down his articulation. So the head is on a ball joint, it rolls around a little bit. You're mostly going to get left and right, up and down, and pivot side to side a little bit. The neck is going to be pretty stiff because of the LED features that run up into the neck. So you're not going to get a lot of neck movement there, but you do get mostly a lot of good motion up in the head area. So that's pretty good. Arms can go all the way up, full 360 if you really want to. These pads aren't as hinged, as movable as you probably would like. I personally don't mind because I'm not going to get anything with his arms all the way up like flying poses. That does nothing for me, and it's not going to do nothing for me. So you can go all the way up to the side like so. Rotation at the bicep. We got double jointed elbows that bend past 90. Rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. We got a ball peg in, let me see, a single, double. It kind of feels double. Yeah, that actually really feels like a double ball peg in the next section that goes into the upper chest and into his crotch area. So that rolls around. And what I do like is that this isn't one whole solid thing. The stomach area is a separate section of armor. So you can actually get good motion in there. So that's actually really good. Pivot side to side, crunch back and forth, and turn left and right. I wish I could turn left and right a little more, honestly. It's not as much as I would like. That's probably my biggest complaint with the articulation, honestly, is I wish I could rotate at his waist more and more. But hip joints that kick forward that far, back that much, splits about that far, so that's really good. Rotation in the upper thigh. We got double jointed elbows, or knees, excuse me, that is not an elbow. Rotation at the boot. Ankles go up and down barely, and a little bit of an ankle rocker. They are hindered by the sculpt of the boot right there, how the flap goes down, so you're not going to get a whole lot of ankle rocker, but I wish I could be better too, but it's not a deal breaker. So overall, I effing love this thing, man. I really do. I think he's so good. Again, I am a giant Cable fan. I have been wanting Cable in this line since the beginning of this line, and we finally got it. We do have a previews exclusive version coming out next year, which is going to be super awesome. I cannot wait for this. But Cable is definitely an awesome action figure and definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and NECA Batman figures. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to the Marvel Legends Cable. And for even more comparison, here he is standing next to the Mezco 112 Collective Deadpool and Cyclops. And just for fun, here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mezco 112 Collective Cable. Now overall, I think this guy is freaking awesome, man. He truly is a badass action figure. I love the amount of detail that they put into his armor. It is so freaking cool. It is so well done. I love his big freaking guns. That is exactly what Cable needs, and these Mezco guns are insanely cool. Throw in a really good LED feature that works so perfectly. I mean, man, I genuinely love this piece. Cable has definitely got to be one of my favorite figures of the year, and to me, he is definitely a must get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.